heavy is that thing?
Light in your hands. Your gavel, sir. To come and deliver the oath of office.
Good evening. Before I administer the oath, I want to say I have the privilege of, it's a distinct privilege to do this, but also I served as Jim's, we were law partners, and because I'm a family court judge, I want to say something that nobody else has said tonight, which is, we didn't have a lot of cases together, and everyone knows Jim makes you laugh, but one of the things that's really impressed me about Jim Parks is his dedication to his family. And I have had conversations with him through the years that have been so meaningful to me, and they were not about the law, they were about his 3 children and his wife. And I am very sad that she can't be here tonight, because one of the things that's most impressive about him is his marriage and his family. And again, I'm a family court judge, so I care about those things. All right. Would you raise your right hand and repeat after me? This is not the right.
Am I about to become an Eagle Scout? Help Jennifer. Just so you know, Jennifer really runs the bar.
There's like so many.
It probably is. That's the president of the ball.
We're good. We're good.
All right. Okay.
Raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of President of the Oakland County Bar Association,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the President of the Oakland County Bar Association,
as described in the bylaws and with the power vested in me,
as described in the bylaws and the power vested in you.
This is not my best day.
It's becoming mine. We're getting married now? She said I have to say I will.
Will you carry on the 82-year tradition of service to the profession and our community according to the best of your ability?
I will.
It's done.
Well, I'm going to sit down. It doesn't get better than that. That was so good. One moment, please. Well, and for all of those naysayers out there, and there's been several of you, wondered whether or not I could really discharge the duties of this presidency, I want you to know I have in my hand a letter from my physician. It says I am the smartest, bestest, really greatest, bestest, really president ever. Just so you know. And we've already established this is the biggest gathering of an annual meeting. Who knew? Perfect. Over 300 people. That's really very good. You know, over the last several years, we've had a lot of like-minded presidents and board members who have really looked at this position as a stewardship of this association. No need to build your own tributes. Let's and my adage is going to be, I look at my role the same way, is let's do what we do well, and let's do what we don't do so well. Let's acknowledge it, and let's make it better. That's what I want to accomplish. Kind of small things, no huge things, but there's a couple of areas that we do very, very well. And one of the areas is, and let me tell you that like many organizations, we have stated objectives and goals which we're called upon to follow and implement. In fact, we developed and implemented strategic sessions in order to do this. They're important. We should go back to them. We should beckon back to them to see what it is we're supposed to be doing and make sure we're on track. And they are the bedrock really of our organization. I'm just going to read the mission because it's very short. The mission of the Oakland County Bar Association is to serve the profession's needs of our members, improve the justice system, and ensure the delivery of quality legal services to the public. That's our mission statement. That's our bedrock. That is where we assure that we're following what it is we're supposed to be doing. Some of the very important goals are to foster the professional growth of our members and to provide services and benefit to our members. We do a pretty good job of that, I think. We have over 30 committees. Those committees are very active. The paralegal committee and the employment law committee are two excellent examples of committees that have everybody involved. They look forward to the meetings because they're going to get something really meaningful out of it. Either they're going to learn something about the law that's important to them or their career, or they're involved in charity and outreach, which is something our bar does a lot of, and in conjunction with the foundation. The marriage of the foundation and the bar, we are symbiotic, and if you don't know, this foundation is a separate charitable organization that has its own mission statement, but it gives to the community under a certain set of parameters as well. It's apparent that each of you have some perceived value of what you get out of the bar, or else you wouldn't be here tonight. You'd be somewhere else having cocktails. So we must be doing an okay job about that. We do want to improve the committee structure a little bit. What we're doing is we've changed a little bit of protocol. We've made sure they look at their mission statement. We have some tricks of the trade to make it a little more meaningful for people who are involved. So if you're not in a committee and you want to be, please talk to us. There's a lot going on. There's something for everybody. There's another an important stated goal of our organization is to encourage civility amongst lawyers. That's a goal. It's not a recommendation, it's an edict. It's, again, the bedrock of what we're supposed to do. By teaching young lawyers civility and by reminding older, seasoned lawyers about civility, we improve our profession, we improve our institutions, our legal institutions, and I dare to say to those lawyers who don't engage civilly that it is not a service to their clients. We've all had attorneys who've called you names, and they hang up, and the meter starts going, and everybody starts fighting. That does not inure to the benefit. That does not inure to what we're supposed to do. That doesn't help. And in my opinion, civility is something that we have to get back to for our profession, for our institution. Now, I think a lot of lawyers don't even know what civility is. You don't have to like the other guy. You don't have to like the judge or the court. You don't have to agree with them. You're allowed to criticize them. You just have to do it with respect. It's kind of that easy. So we're going to be doing some things this year to try to get back to that for some people who have forgotten civility and help train new lawyers about civility. I think it's an important subject, and it's something that is being talked about a lot. As Jerry has said, he's given a lot of attention to it. A lot of people are, but I think we have to start to take some action instead of just talking about it, and we have some plans for that. There's another stated goal of our association to encourage membership and participation in the association by persons representing a diversity of gender, race, religion, and ethnic background. I submit to you that we simply must do better. We can do better. We have to do better. Certainly in 1986, when Judge Breck came to me and said, you know, Jim, I want you to start this diversity awareness group. And I thought, oh, that's great. And some other younger lawyers. And we did that. And, you know, I think after 30 years, we're aware there's a whole lot of diversity in the legal community. I just don't think we've done much at all to service them or to make them feel welcome. So, I don't think this organization as we know it covers the rich breadth and depth of those different people. And that is something that we really need, maybe start, instead of saying diversity awareness, maybe we ought to just start using the word inclusion. Maybe we ought to just let's look at inclusion. And let's ask the really hard questions. I'll start that dialogue this year. I know I'm not going to resolve this in a year, but I'll start the dialogue and the hard questions and the uncomfortable questions. Why people who are different than the majority of the people here are not comfortable being members. It has to start there. I'll start it. Someone else is going to finish it, but that's something I'd like to do. And the other thing is, one other thing is, I think our profession, you know, we help people. We really do help people. And it is a very noble profession. You know, the person that you go to it never fails. You go to a cocktail party and there's some guy, usually my brother-in-law, saying, you know, lawyer jokes. What's you know, and they're always the one at the end of the party who comes and say, hey, you know, buddy, I got a problem. I don't want my wife, but you know, could you help me? I mean, we help people. That's noble. That's good what we do. I'd also like to start an idea of stop apologizing for what we do. So those are some of my goals. Those are the things I'd like to start. One thing that I forgot, and I'm sorry, was Judge Lawson. Are you here somewhere? Judge Lawson is also was one of the pillars of our board and our organization for so many years, and he never got to progress to the presidency. And you were actually on the next page that I didn't do, so please stand and please recognize Judge Lawson. So these are some of my goals. That's all I have. I would really appreciate all of your assistance, if you would, to help me with some of those goals this year, and let's see if we can rock it a little bit. Okay? Thanks.
Good job, Jerry.